What's happening, people? Monday, last week of March. We're just about out of here. It's the 28th. Nothing in particular in mind this morning except to kind of just kind of talk and what rises to the surface. And the first thing I'll say is, no, I don't watch a lot of. I don't watch hardly any TV, so I did not watch the Academy Awards. Don't care at all about what all this hubbub is about in social media about Will Smith and Chris Rock. I don't. What? Who gives a fuck? I hear that Questlove won an Academy. Only thing I have to say to that is, again, when I saw the Roots years ago opening for Beck, and they just completely destroyed Beck to me. It's like Beck was a joke to me after the Roots. And that's who I'd gone to see. I was very lucky to run into Questlove outside because I left early. Beck just wasn't hitting it. And even though I hardly knew who the Roots were, after seeing them play and watch him play, I recognized something great about this guy and wanted to meet him. So I did. I went up to him and just hung with him for a little while. Didn't know him from Adam, except I just watched him play so I could give him some props and respect. And I really enjoyed doing that. So that's what I have to say about the Oscars. I read the comments. I'm glad to know, and I do hear from you folks out of the blue from all over the world, people I have no idea who you are, that somehow what I do here is somehow helpful to you. And that's really nice to know. It's just good to know, Along those lines, I told you that I'll show some records. A few days ago, an old friend of mine, I'll tell you his name, Frank. Some of you who know me know who I'm talking about now. Saw Frank for the first time in 3 years a few days ago, and then called him yesterday because he'd been on my mind, and it's like, yeah, wow, we used to hang out a lot. I kind of miss that. So I called to see what he was up to. And I was going to go over to his place if he wanted me to, but he ran back down here. And we spent hours together. And I love my friends. I love people, but I'm realistic. We all live in our own worlds and our own minds, and there comes a point when I'm tired of you and you need to leave. And the other thing I like about my friends is that, I'm going to be real with you. You be real with me. If you say something that irritates me, I'll say so, and vice versa. And it's not the end of the motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying? And so, I can be a little short here and snippy sometimes, and and if that's what I'm feeling, that's what you'll get. And it's not like I'm trying to hurt somebody's feelings, but it's like, when you deal with people, and I am that sort of person that people call an empathic. I don't choose that term. It's something that's obviously true about my nature. And so people tend to suck energy when they're around me or around you. Any of you folks know what that's like? People want your grace. They want something from you, and mostly I'm fine with sharing and giving, but it's like, it's tiring. And it's usually one way. Which I noticed was my friend Frank. It got to a point where it's like, okay, I've been listening to you. Will you listen to me now? Can I tell you something? Along those lines. What Frank and I really have in common is our love and enthusiasm for music. And as much as we share that, Frank has no interest in what I'm playing. He hasn't heard my new album. Hasn't asked to hear it. doesn't care. And see how I'm responding? That's human nature, you know. I know we all live by our own groove. So it's not a big deal to me that Frank doesn't give one fuck about my new album. I understand that. And he'll go on and on about music that he's really into and records he's bought. And then I'll bring up something, and if it doesn't quite fit what he's interested in, he has no interest. And everyone is like this in their own way, you know. One more thing before I show some records. So we were talking about stuff, and we were catching up. And he brings up a couple bands that it's like, Black Pumas, really? Khruangbin, really? You're asking me about them? Then I tell him about Black Midi, and you don't know about Black Midi? This is not a diss to Black Pumas or Khruangbin. This is just perspective that I'm talking about. So, what's sitting down here? Some things that... What did I actually play that's sitting there? Some things down here that I was just going to reorganize. But I played a little bit of this. Amon, Duul, Wolf City. Would like to get an upgrade of this. This is my high school copy. See? There's my name. Very psychedelic but approachable album by Amon, Duul. Their graphics really capture that the essence of their music, which is raggedly interdimensional to me. They're very psychedelic. I love the band. Had mentioned Man had been talked about recently. Oh yeah, I played one of their other albums, and they kept popping in my head, so I said, I need to listen to this album because I love this album. Be Good to Yourself at Least Once a Day. This is one where this is my second copy. I had an original UK when it came out. I don't know what happened to that copy, but I was able to replace it, and this is the one that has the fold-out map of Wales. Nice design, isn't that nice? That's a nice design. And this is a very good album. I like they're just real straight ahead. They have this one song on here where they just sing, I like marijuana because it gets me stoned. What more needs to be said? I'm down with that. Here's something I think was sent to me that is okay. Good enough to keep, but it's like, boy, it seems like it could have been even better. Analogue Mindfield, a fine adjustment of time. So there's a mix of reggae and dub and stuff on here, and it's like it's pretty cool, but it's like it feels like it could take off, but it never takes off. But this is a keeper. That is a part of what's going on with some of my reviewing of my records or playing them right now is I really am out of room, you know, and there's nowhere to expand. So some of this stuff, again, I have to, some that really doesn't need to be here has to go. So let's see what we come up with today. And again, I'm going to keep it real by not looking, because if I looked, then I have an idea. And it's great because I keep finding stuff that I forgot about. So let me go down here. This is down near my Sakamoto. I don't know if I'll get Sakamoto, but I'm down near Sak. Let's see what I pulled. Let's see what I pulled. Sand. His First Steps. German-based. There's that word psychedelic again. Consciousness expanding music, or just music to get out of your out of the current space that you're in. This stuff is it's elemental. You know, they'll be using just a few things like bongos, guitar, something that's making an electronic sound in their voices, but it's so trancy. It's just in these covers. They have a series of albums with these covers. I love them. Oh, something else that's sitting down here I haven't played yet, but it's like I pulled them. These were near in the A's by Amon Duul. And also The Trees. I still have a couple of these singles by them. British band. It's not dream pop or shoegaze, but it's like post-punk and really cool and almost like some sort of reference to proper literature or something. Just something really cool about them. Shale Town. Also another single I have by them. Okay. So when I go over here, it's like surprises for even me. So let's see. Okay, what did I pull? Ooh. One of my punk albums that has remained in my collection, and the primary reason is a personal. But Toxic Reasons, Bullets for You, great band. Played several shows opening for them, and I got to play with them. They invited me on stage at one of the shows, and I got to play bass along with Toxic Reasons, which to me was huge because Tuffy, wasn't that his name? The bass player? British cat? Tough bass player. Seriously, that was a sign of respect that he would let me play his bass and hold his spot for a song because he was tough. If you don't know Toxic Reasons and you want to know about hardcore punk from the 80s, here's a band for you. Love them. Love them. Okay. See, when you go over here, it's like, and yet I'm always able to just look over here and see the spines, and maybe that's kind of why they kind of blend into the background, and I forget what's there. So let's go here again. Okay. Okay, what have I got this time? Let's see what we got this time. Fuck yes. This Heat, Deceit. Another band from the UK. Pioneering, groundbreaking, coming off of the axis of Can and krautrock in a way, and the avant-garde, and even funk. Great band. Also another personal connection. Charles Hayward, the drummer, is an internet. Well, he's a friend. We just haven't met, but I can call it that because first I was able to befriend him years ago. Then he started a conversation with me because he's socially conscious like myself and cares, and so I just heard from him a couple days ago. We're friends. And I love that. I love being able to share that too. And this is just some... check out this Heat and you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay? The pop group is another, I think, an angle where I see a connection musically to this Heat. Ooh, yeah. Nice. Okay. All right. So let's just go back here. Okay? Because there's all this stuff back here. And again, let me not look, and that makes it just that much more juicy. Okay, what have we got? What have we got? Well, I was just talking about a Sister Liz story a few videos back, and this is an album by Tim Story. And this one, is this on Windham Hill or something related? This is on Lost Lake Arts. Yeah, it's a Windham Hill subsidiary. But his records were also put out on Uniton in Europe, and fittingly so. His music is a cut above that wallpaper music term that I use. With some really fine, beautiful music. I haven't played this in a long time. I have several of his. He's good. Okay. So, again, nothing to say new about the world just always hoping that something good or better will happen. And I just can't even listen to the news anymore. I can't take it. It's horrible. Okay, let's go over right here. Let's go right here. Well, there's our friend. Prince. The Versace Experience. Kind of a teaser. Prelude to Gold. The Gold Experience is one of my favorite Prince albums. I really like that album a lot. And they've actually covered Hot Thing, performed it live. So the Gold Experience is supposed to be coming out on vinyl next month, I think. I'm really looking forward to that. I like this album. Billy Jack Bitch. I told the story about trying to get backstage at Prince on the 1999 tour, and it was the big white guy with the beard, and he was like his personal bodyguard that we would always see in those early pictures. He's the one that caught me and threw me out. So I have that much close of contact with Prince. Okay, folks, I think I'll stop there. Yeah, talk to me, let me know how you're doing. And do your best to hang in there with the way things are. And do your best in handling other people and other people's stuff in their minds, because it's just in their minds. No one is in charge on this planet, and no one is above you or I. No matter what they own or what they look like or who they're related to. At least that's the program I'm operating under. No one is above me. And you can put yourself below me if you want to. You do that, not me. But yeah, there's some people I don't want a fucking thing to do with. So make the best of it, people. It's up to us. Last thing, I have another friend of mine who I observe them online, and they're just having a real tough time mentally. And their whole narrative seems to be that someone else is keeping them from being happy. And I keep looking and saying, well, why? How? How is someone, and it's all mental. And they're holding on to it. No one's making them suffer like this. It's because they can't have something from someone else that they can't get, and they really don't need, but they're stuck on it. I'm glad I can see that. And so like I said, I don't mind being single and just being kind of aloof with people. I love you, but you get the hell away from me after a while.